What's going on, guys? Today we're doing a quick review of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutants in Manhattan. This game was released for the Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, Xbox One, and PlayStation 4. It's made by Platinum Games, published by Activision. Platinum Games made Transformers Devastation, as well as Bayonetta, and a lot of other games that were well received. So people have been waiting for a good Ninja Turtles game for a long time, and Platinum seems like the perfect publisher for it. Did they deliver? So like any good Ninja Turtles game should be, this game offers 4-player online co-op. Unfortunately not offline, which is a big mistake, and we'll get to that in a little bit. But there's basically just a bunch of levels where you start out. There's little objectives you have to find in these kind of sandbox areas. It's not really an open world, it's just you'll be put in a section of the city to start. You gotta run around and do things like kill these criminals over here, or stop them from breaking into an ATM. And as you do that, there's a little bar on the top of your screen that fills up, and when it fills, you get to the boss battle where you fight one of the iconic Ninja Turtles villains. Every level kind of plays out like that. All the levels are a little It's usually kind of just nighttime. The city doesn't look that great or feel alive. There's no people in it. And you're pretty much just doing the same thing every level. Like I said, it's just going to point A, killing all the enemies there, going to point B, preventing them from doing something. The enemies are very spongy, they take a long time to kill. You really have to work together as a team to take them down, especially some of the harder ones, and when you raise the difficulty it gets even worse. And then once you finally clear the stage, you get to the boss battle, which for every battle it's pretty much the same. One of the villains comes out, he's got 7 bars of health you gotta knock down, and it takes a while. They all have different moves that you can kind of dodge and kind of learn how to fight against them. Some of them are fun, others are really just miserable to fight against and almost feel cheap. And it can just get real frustrating. There's actually a level in the game later on where you're going through and you just have to fight every single boss you fought before that again until you fight the last boss. And it takes like an hour and a half, and it's just so frustrating to do, and you're just fighting these guys you already fought, so it's just kind of like a time filler, it feels like. All this would be okay if the controls were good, and they're okay. I mean, they're generic for a fighting game. You got your X or square button that's a light attack, and your triangle or Y button that's a heavy attack, and then you have special moves you can equip to your character, which you can use every certain amount of time. You can also do combo moves if you both use your special move at the same time. And some of those are cool, but there's only one animation for them depending on who you're doing them with, so you never see anything really new, which is disappointing. And as you're playing through the game, you progress, you earn experience points and level up your character, which allows you to upgrade your combo moves and special abilities. You're also unlocking items you can use to bring with you in battle, such as a missile turret if you're taking out helicopters, or a stationary gun, or a bomb, or a freeze bomb. Or health, which is, in this game, pizza, which is great. Your life bar is actually slices of pizza. So you can bring all that with you. Whenever you die, you have a chance to be revived, and if you don't, you go back to your sewer. And there's kind of like a little mini game where you just need to eat pizza, and if you eat it too fast, you burn your mouth and have to drink some soda. It takes longer to get back in the game. And like I said, there's only online co-op, which I think is a huge mistake. In an interview, the producers for the game said that they did this so they could have the game run at 60 frames per second. Unfortunately, the game doesn't run at 60 frames per second, it runs at 30 still, so it's a little confusing why they didn't implement the 4-player split screen at least. I think this game could have been a lot more fun if you had friends over and you could all have a controller and play together, instead of relying on everyone to buy a copy of the game themselves and get together online. This wouldn't be such a big deal if your AI teammates were good, but unfortunately they die a lot, almost instantly usually against bosses. They will just activate their combo whenever you do, so you can always combo up together, but it's really just not a good experience playing with 3 AI teammates. So it's definitely a flawed game and a little bit disappointing. It's better than the previous downloadable Ninja Turtles game. I forget the name of it, but it was simply terrible. So this is definitely a step up from that, and I think there is some fun to be had in this. I like the voice acting, the music's okay. It's great that you're fighting these classic villains and it's not some made-up crap. I do think it's overpriced. It sells for $49.99 right now in the US. I think if you wait till it's around the $20 range, you could definitely get some playtime out of this. If you're really into it and want to grind through the levels, or you're a trophy hunter trying to get a platinum, then this game's definitely going to take a while. There's a lot of grinding to do in it. But there's been a lot of great games coming out this spring, and I just don't think this one should be in your schedule or budget for games right now. But what do you guys think of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutants in Manhattan? Are you a fan of it? Have you tried it? Do you love everything Platinum does? Or is this one kind of a bust and another disappointment for you? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button and subscribe. I'll be doing lots of live streams and posting up videos, so be sure to come back, check out all the newest games here and some old ones, and I hope to see you guys on the next one.